So we've spoken about round-off backflip, straight back and tuck back, and the next step would be to think about double back somersault. It's important to say at this point that a double somersault, as with any somersault, is inherently dangerous, potentially lethal, and nobody should be attempting these things unless they're very, very competent with supporting in a safe setup with qualified coaches in the right setup. So these progressions are useful, and you need to go through them very, very securely to be able to move on to double back somersault. The support is essential, and there are lots of different ways to support a back somersault. When a gymnast learns a somersault, one of the easiest ways to support them all the way around is to cross your hands over and to support simply like this. There's no way you can drop them. That would be stage one. When the gymnast can do a somersault with a little bit more speed, it might be useful to have one hand at the back and one hand on the legs, but to keep this hand in position. Can you do a back somersault? That would be the next stage. And eventually, when you come to support a double back, you would need to pitch and catch. So you'd actually let go because you're quite comfortable that they're going to be safe in the air, and then catch them for the landing. You do a back somersault. And that technique is very important for when we move on to double somersaults. Thanks, Cameron. Now, one of the issues with supporting gymnasts is that it's very difficult to practice as a coach. So using this technique, you can perform many, many repetitions safely without killing a gymnast, and that's useful. If you imagine this is a gymnast, there's the smiley face, these are the feet, this is the body, and your job is simply to spin it round and land back in the position that you started from. So for a back somersault, I put one hand slightly high on the chest, one hand lower down on the small of the back, and it's push and catch, and the smiley face should be back where it started from. So thousands and thousands of repetitions of this can be very useful. 1, catch, 2. And then you can practice on real people. When it comes to double somersaults, it's important to think about a slightly different technique. Can we have Cameron back again? I'm going to actually push Cameron in a somersault, and then when he's upside down, I'm going to try and catch him around the waist. So let's watch this. One more, push and catch around the waist. And that's the same as doing this. From here, push, catch around the waist, finish. And it is possible to support a double somersault using the same technique. You push the gymnast up, and when they've done enough repetitions of back somersault to land on their back, they should be able to do the last part with a little bit of assistance from the coach. It's not a strenuous support, it's quite safe, provided the progressions have been adhered to. Let's have a go. So, smiley face, push, catch, and land.
Can you do that again? Can you just take a couple of steps back?
So it's the same support as the single somersault. There's one, but with an extra bit in the middle. So it's very, very important if you're going to use support to practice thousands and thousands in a safe setting. Using a Yurchenko block is a useful bit of advice, and this setting where the gymnast performs a back somersault to land on their back is good practice for you to push and try to catch in the right position. Let's watch a few. And try to catch in that position, around the waist, ready to tip them for the last part. Next one. Push and catch and tip. There's the double somersault. You can make a slope if you prefer, so the gymnast can roll down the slope. Good. Next one. Good. Well done. One more. Last go. Yes. When you've done enough progressions with the Yurchenko block, back somersault to land on your back, trying to get the support right, and you've practiced with a competent coach that's had experience of this, the final support is quite straightforward. Push at the beginning, catch the waist upside down, turn them to the floor. Let's have a go. Good. 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 Last one.